A blessed day to you. Welcome to our channel. This is day 15 of our kid story. Today, we're sharing with you the story of the Jesus turns water into wine. Please enjoy watching. Day 15. Jesus turns water into wine. John 2 to 1 to 11. A full story retelling Jesus turns water into wine. John 2 to 1 to 11. From the perspective of one of the servants, it was a day to remember a grand wedding in Cana. The courtyard was alive with joy, laughter, and music as guests celebrated the union of the happy couple. I was one of the servants helping to ensure everything went smoothly, from filling goblets to serving food. The bride and groom had spared no expense, and everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves. But then the murmurs began. I overheard one of the stewards whispering to another, their faces tense. "The wine is almost gone," one said, his voice trembling with panic. My heart sank. Wine wasn't just a drink, it was a sign of hospitality, of honor. Running out of it at a wedding would be a grave embarrassment to the hosts. I knew such a scandal would overshadow the entire celebration. I watched as Mary, the mother of Jesus, approached him. She spoke softly, but her words carried urgency. "They have no more wine," she said. Jesus looked at her for a moment, then replied calmly, "Woman, why do you involve me? My hour has not yet come." I didn't understand what he meant, but Mary seemed unfazed. She turned to her servants and said, "Do whatever he tells you." We exchanged uncertain glances. What could this man possibly do? Nevertheless, we waited for his instructions. Jesus pointed to the large stone water jars nearby, each capable of holding gallons upon gallons of water. "Fill the jars with water," he said. It seemed like an odd request, but we obeyed. As we worked to fill the jars to the brim, I couldn't help but wonder what he intended. Was this some kind of preparation for something else? My mind raced with questions. Once the jars were full, Jesus said, "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet." My heart pounded. Water. We were supposed to take water to the master of the banquet. I hesitated, fearing his reaction. But something about Jesus' calm demeanor gave me the courage to follow through. As I dipped the ladle into the jar and poured it into a goblet, I noticed something extraordinary. The liquid that filled the cup wasn't water, it was wine. Deep red, fragrant wine. My hands trembled as I carried the goblet to the banquet master. What would he say? He took a sip, and his eyes lit up with amazement. "Everyone brings out the choice wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink," he exclaimed. "But you have saved the best till now." The guests cheered as the new wine was served, completely unaware of the crisis that had just been averted. I stood there, stunned, staring at the jars that had once held water. How could this be? What had I just witnessed? It wasn't sleight of hand. It wasn't some trick. It was a miracle. From that moment, I knew I had seen something far greater than a mere act of kindness. This was a glimpse of divine power, a sign of who Jesus truly was. As the celebration continued around me, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had been part of something extraordinary, something that would be remembered for generations. Lesson. The story of Jesus turning water into wine offers several meaningful lessons. 1. Faith and obedience. The servants obeyed Jesus' instructions, even though they didn't understand what he was doing. This teaches us to trust and follow divine guidance, even when the purpose isn't immediately clear. 2. Provision and compassion. Jesus performed this miracle to save the wedding hosts from embarrassment, showing his care for even the smallest concerns in our lives. It reminds us that no problem is too trivial for divine attention. 3. The power of transformation. The transformation of water into wine symbolizes renewal and the extraordinary power of faith, showing how ordinary things can become extraordinary when touched by divine intervention. 4. The role of Mary. Mary's confidence in Jesus demonstrates the power of intercession and trusting in his timing, even when his initial response may seem discouraging. 5. Celebration and joy. This first miracle took place at a joyful event, emphasizing that faith is not only about solemnity but also about celebrating life and its blessings. These lessons resonate across cultures and times, offering inspiration and guidance for living a life of faith and trust. Conclusion. The story of Jesus turning water into wine concludes with a powerful revelation. This miracle, the first of many, was a sign of Jesus' divine authority and compassion. Through a seemingly simple act, he demonstrated his ability to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, meeting human needs while revealing a glimpse of his greater purpose. The faith of Mary and the obedience of the servants played a crucial role in this moment, reminding us that miracles often involve trust and action on our part. As the celebration continued, the disciples who witnessed the event began to believe in him, marking the start of a journey that would change countless lives. This story remains a timeless testament to faith, divine power, and the joy found in trusting in God's plan. Bible verse. A verse that reflects the story of Jesus turning water into wine is John 2:11, Neve, asterisk. What Jesus did here in Cana of Galilee was the first of the signs through which he revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. This verse highlights the significance of the miracle as a revelation of Jesus' divine nature and the impact it had on his followers. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. Let's continue to create, explore, and bring ideas to life together. Looking forward to connecting again soon. Take care and stay inspired. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you.